Raiders can get a great quarterback. Although we have cubes, we know that they may not be the best option, so the Raiders are always keeping an eye on what could happen. This quarterback who could come to the Raiders is a very interesting player with satisfactory prospects for a place in the playoffs. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you think the Raiders should go after another quarterback. There is a chance that the Raiders enter the 2024 season with a starting quarterback who plays all 17 games, leads the team to the playoffs, and secures his position as the team's starter for years to come. Last year's starter, Aidan O'Connell, could show improvement and fill that role. Or it could be free agent signee Gardner Minshew, winning the job and doing enough offensively to allow the team's formidable defense to win games for the Raiders. A more likely scenario, however, is to leave the Raiders undecided between O'Connell and Minshew until the end of the preseason, possibly switching from one to the other during the season and back again after 2024, still searching for a more reliable QB1 option. If that's the case, then the team will be looking at a much less robust quarterback class than we saw in 2024, but still with the opportunity to fill the gap. And at CBS Sports, they are predicting the Raiders to land Texas star Quinn Ewers in 2025, making him the leader of the silver and black going forward. Ewers has the physical characteristics to go this high in the draft, and the Raiders will likely need to address the quarterback position in 2025. In fact, Ewers is a promising prospect. He was the #1 recruit in the country in 2021, a 5-star player out of Southlake Carroll High, and after one season at Ohio State, he transferred and has been at Texas ever since. He threw for 2,177 yards in his first season and returned for 3,479 yards last year, throwing 22 touchdowns and just 6 interceptions. He finished last year strong, with 452 yards in the Longhorns' Big 12 win over Oklahoma State and 318 yards in Texas' loss to Washington in the CFB playoffs. In the second game of the season, at Alabama, Ewers excelled, leading a fourth-quarter comeback and finishing with 349 yards on 24 of 38 passing with 3 touchdowns. In a quarterback draft class that is expected to be much weaker than this year's, Ewers has a chance to solidify himself as a top draft pick. Expect the Raiders to take notice. In fact, there's no doubt the Raiders have figured it out. Ewers was manning the controls at the University of Texas Pro Day this year, where dozens of scouts and league officials descended to watch new star receivers Adonai Mitchell and Xavier Worthy. Ewers has decided to opt out of the 2024 NFL Draft and is returning to school, but he gained a lot of attention with his pro day pitches. Ewers is also an expert at selling himself. He was the first college student in history to earn a $1 million nil contract when he signed with autograph company GT Sports Marketing in 2021 while headed to Ohio State.